We are here wanting to share, eager to share our opening line. Tracy is receiving collective consciousness, known as source energy, known as eternal light beings. Tracy will say to anyone, it feels like all good things from the heavens above. All good things from the heavens above. So Tracy is a medium in which the words are being received. She is moved aside to allow space. It still fascinates her. Every time, each time we arrive to communicate, it fascinates her and she just wants to share. So here we are without truly a topic. We are wanting to share that we want to say the foundation of all Tracy sharing through Tracy is based on compassion, love, kindness, forgiveness. And even though each soul has a great understanding, a grand understanding of compassion, kindness, love, forgiveness, it is something that sort of, we don't want to say get moved aside, but it is a choice. It is a choice. We have discussed in previous segments how there are different levels of compassion. One can, on a scale of 0 to 10, one can be a 10 and sharing compassion with their spouse, with their lover, and be at a 1 or 2 to share compassion to a stranger on the street. And it goes the same with kindness. So let us talk about forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is a choice. It is your choice. These words would not open a space for you to forgive something, someone. The words are conveyed to share with you that compassion, kindness, love, and forgiveness is all a choice, all of it. You arrive to Mother Earth with all this equipped in your divine inner light. Just ponder where you were before your arrival to Mother Earth, where you will be after your departure from Mother Earth. Most agree it's divine eternal light. When one speaks about their inner essence of all, their God within, their soul, name it what you will, when you arrived, you are equipped with the purest sense, the grandest sense, the highest sense of love. You brought forth compassion and kindness. You brought forth the gift of forgiveness. Are there any quarrels in the heavens? Most would agree it would be absurd that there's quarrels in the heavens. So would it make sense? Divine is benevolence. Divine is in the purest sense of love. And we say, so grand is the love. It is light. It is light. Divine, loving light. So here you are, arriving to Mother Earth, and then life experience. And as you gain momentum in life, if you will, from a little one, adult, there are so many experiences, so many, we want to say, the sharing from others, the sharing from others. So there are times in one's lifetime where forgiveness is asked for or to be asked of another. Meaning that there are times where ones truly seek forgiveness. Forgiveness. And where does it come from? Forgiveness comes from deep within. When we say no one can make another forgive, it is the grandest of truth. It comes from, we want to say the heart, but not really. It comes from the inner essence of all that you are. It comes straight from divine. It is a gift to you as you walk upon Mother Earth. We are not kidding. So when forgiveness is not experience brought forth, if you will, and we understand there are horrendous acts that would be impossible to forgive. And again, we're speaking about the scales. Someone can forgive someone for missing a birthday, if you will, being late for an anniversary dinner because they forgot. And we're just giving an example. Small forgiveness. But again, that could be held against the other for all the other years yet to come. Do you remember the time you forgot my birthday? Well, don't forget my birthday this year. Do you remember back when you forgot my birthday? So ones tend to hang on to these little things that become big things because it comes with one in life. And why does it come with one? Why do ones bring it forth? Because they are carrying it. True forgiveness has the ability to set forth, we want to say, the brilliance of miracles. The truest of forgiveness, and we mean the depths of forgiveness, right from the inner essence of all that is, right from divine within. The slate is wiped clean. We're not kidding. But in this state, ones that have experienced the depth of the deepest sense of forgiveness will share. It was a miracle. And all at once, I just felt relief. All at once, I felt so connected to the oneness. I just felt euphoric. I felt at peace that all things were just okay, but beyond okay. All things were so well. It was as though I released right into the goodness of all. Some will fall to their knees in forgiveness. And with that, it's right behind forgiveness, and it can be in front of forgiveness, if you will. But the grandest state of gratitude, and that also comes from your divine within. Divine within, who you truly, authentically are. So forgiveness, now ones may say, oh, I'm never forgiving that. There is no way I am going to forgive that. Do you know what he, she, they have done? Do you know how they messed up my life? Do you know what they robbed from me, what they took from me? Do you know the betrayal? Do you know, fill in the blank? There are hundreds of thousands of reasons that one would have to find forgiveness. Now, what happens when it isn't found? Is everything okay? Yeah? It's okay. It's not euphoric. It's not the greatest sense of expansion and love. And ones will say, well, I would never put forth love to that one anyway. There is no way I'm going to forgive. And that's what we mean by it is always a choice. It is always a choice. Always. And so what happens when ones decide not to put forth forgiveness? It gets carried around. It's heavy. It is heavy. That is what we meant by ones that find the truest sense of forgiveness feel so light, so abundant, so free. It's a sense of freedom. And we are not here to convince anyone to forgive any one thing. Not at all. It is your choice. It is. And that's what we meant by it doesn't matter what words we share. We are not sharing so you will go out and forgive something that needs to be forgiven. We are sharing to remind you of who you truly are underneath the layers of experience, underneath the hurt, the heartache, the setbacks, the hurdles, you name it. Underneath, we want to say self-condemnation, the feeling of being not worthy of any one thing, not deserving of any one thing. Perhaps it is yourself that you wish to forgive. And that's difficult to do. There are times where we don't want to say easier, but to put forth, say a parent and a child does something that requires some forgiveness, whatever on the scale. And the parent normally will find that place to allow forgiveness to flow, to release it, to put it down, because the love is so strong, if you will. But that same parent may beat upon themselves every day with unkind words. Shouldn't have. Why did I bother? Why did I let this one? Why did I do that? Why don't I do that? And there's a continual beating upon oneself. So you can, again, on the scale we were speaking about, a 10 to be compassionate to a spouse and a lover, a 1 or 2 compassion towards a total stranger, and that could easily be reversed. Easily could be reversed. Total compassion for a stranger, for an animal, absolute compassion at a 10. And people once know, perhaps it is a spouse. They may have 2, they may have a 2. So you can see where that is a choice. And how does it become a choice? And why is it a choice? Isn't that grand questions to ponder? Aren't those grand questions to ponder? So what are you choosing this day? Have you chosen to forgive another and still find time to condemn yourself, or just not have forgiven yourself? Most times when someone has, let us just say, done you wrong, often it is understood that it is the other that brought to your pathway what you did not desire and care for. But then ones take it and they sort of place it upon their shoulders. Shouldn't have trusted, shouldn't have done this, should have seen it coming. I knew not to trust this one. I knew things were just not going well, but I didn't think they would do that. Fill in the blank, again, hundreds of thousands of reasons. We are just bringing awareness, because again, it is your choice and your choice alone. But we are bringing the awareness of, what are you carrying today? What are you carrying today? What would make you feel so enlightened if you were able to let something go, or to forgive something, just release it? There are times where it feels like shackles around the ankles, carrying it with you every step of the way. If you could just find that space to make the choice to release it, you do not carry it. And we will say time and time and time and time again, forgiveness is for oneself, not for the others or situation. Forgiveness is always for thyself. It is you that wants to be free, is it not? Carrying hurt and burdens, it is heavy. And we will always say, everything is meant to be felt. All emotions are meant to be felt, but not meant to be carried for a number of years or days, if you will. Now, careful with the timing. Everyone's on their own clock. There are some who cannot find forgiveness and they carry it decades. And it shows in everything they do. It shows. When ones choose to find the greatest sense of forgiveness, what they are doing, if you will, is creating the grandest space of miracles. And we know, ones will say this is a bunch of BS. There's no way in, fill in the blank. I would ever forgive. There is no way not doing it, not ever doing it. It is okay. That is your choice. How do you wish to feel this day? What if you could find within your God within and find the forgiveness that will set you free? It has nothing to do with the other. It does not have anything to do with the other. So, this sharing was truly just a beautiful reminder that you are magnificent, that you have arrived to Mother Earth for great reason and grand purpose. You have arrived to Mother Earth with with the divine light held within. And in this divine light is compassion, love, kindness, forgiveness, and naturally joy. And all things are within you to give and to offer. And not only to give and to offer another, to bring forth, to give to oneself. To forgive oneself, it's powerful. And it certainly does create a space of miracles. It does. Ask anyone who has found the greatest depths of forgiveness to the most horrendous offerings, if you will. The most horrendous experiences, ones have found forgiveness. And ask one that has found forgiveness in sort of an everyday little thing. It feels better. It feels better. So, all the sharing is to allow a space to feel better than perhaps one is feeling. And if you came across this little segment, we would just guide so gently to sit quietly, to remember who you are underneath layers of human experience. Who do you wish to be this day? What do you wish to carry this day? What do you wish to let go of this day? And is there something that if you place compassion upon, kindness upon, love upon, forgiveness upon, life would look so much more vibrant? And we just want to say, even a sense of relief, a sense of relief. Compassion is healing and relief. Love is healing and relief. Kindness is healing and relief. And forgiveness is healing and relief beyond measure. For it truly connects with the oneness, the vastness, the wholeness. When one finds a deepest sense of forgiveness, one opens a space of pure, divine miracles. We're not kidding. We're not kidding. So, we want to share how brilliant you are. So often ones forget how brilliant one is. And it is life experience, harsh words upon oneself. Perhaps harsh words another has said, harsh words that one has offered. Find the deepest sense of forgiveness in all, and you will find your inner essence of all that is good. You will emerge, if you will, and be able to see the world through the eyes of Source. Through the eyes of Source. Isn't that grand? Imagine feeling so light-hearted and so pure, and so we want to say the truth of who you are. Oh, it is freedom at its highest level. It is expansion into the oneness, into the universe, and all that creates not only healing and relief for yourself, It creates healing and relief for the entire planet. We're not kidding. It's all a vibration. We have shared time and time and time again. All emotions are vibration, and it goes before you. So if all emotions go before you, and they do, and you take a step into, what do you wish to walk into and walk with? Ponder. Forgiveness sets you free of anger. Forgiveness sets you free of resentment. Forgiveness sets you free. It just sets you free to allow space for you to be you, your authentic, beautiful, divine self. Really, really, really good. There is great love for you. Thank you. Thank you.